There is a new ad CNN was able to obtain today. It's really quite stunning and stark, and it takes on the president for making light of the lack of weapons of mass destruction in Iraq. Here's the ad.
Those weapons of mass destruction got to be somewhere. Nope, no weapons over there.
My brother died in Baghdad on April 29th. I watched President Bush make a joke looking around for weapons of mass destruction. My brother died looking for weapons of mass destruction.
Over 1,000 troops like Ryan have died in Iraq, yet there never were any weapons. George Bush, he just doesn't get it. Win Back Respect is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
Devastating ad, isn't it?
It's one of the roughest ones I've seen, and it is very powerful, I think.
That doesn't make the president look like he used very good judgment there. Does that hurt him, Mike?
Paul, you've been to those dinners.
I was at that dinner. Right. There was this stony silence.
I said, why is he joking about this? I don't find this very funny.
Even Republicans are calling that ad the most brutal of the campaign.
It is very powerful. We are 10 days out, and both campaigns are using everything at their disposal.
Today, Democratic General Wesley Clark, along with members of the Band of Sisters, held a town hall meeting in Little Rock. The Win Back Respect Tour features a group of women speaking out against the Bush administration's foreign policy.
My son needs to come home, and he needs to come home safely.
My brother was killed in Baghdad on April 29th of this year, and we are trying to show the American people that there's a real human cost to this war.
I just want you to make a strong and good, wise decision when you go to vote.
That is a group of women who have banded together to speak out about their personal experiences.
Butler says she is a registered Republican, but like the rest of the Band of Sisters, supports his Democratic opponent.
Tomorrow you're going to be in Green Bay, kicking off a national tour, Win Back Respect.
And more action here in Columbus. General Wesley Clark is standing up for Carrie while sharing the stage with a group of military wives and sisters and mothers.
So I'm out here asking America to do everything they can to help George Bush go back to Texas and take a nice long vacation.
Clark says he's been campaigning along with them in the last few weeks. He admires the women on the tour for sharing their difficult stories with the country.
After 9/11, Ryan and I had discussed what would happen if he were deployed, say, to Afghanistan. And it felt like it was something that really needed to be done. With Iraq, why is he there? It's not because of 9/11. When I think about why we went to Iraq, I mean, it was sold that it was to make us safer. We're not safer.
The KDK 10 o'clock news on UPN Pittsburgh.
America needs and America has a president we can count on to get it right.
But a couple hundred protesters disagreed, including a group of women called the Band of Sisters, who are chasing Cheney as he campaigns.
While many turned out to support Cheney, others had a different agenda. Band of Sisters was one of those groups.
Not everyone is excited about the vice president's visit. A group called Band of Sisters protested outside the convention center before the event.
We are on our Chasing Cheney tour.
Karma Crumlin's husband is with the National Guard in Fallujah.
The truth really needs to be told, that people aren't hearing it, and our guards out there really need help. And they need something to change so that they can do their job and get home alive.
In Iraq, I see on the TV screens how hard it is, and we're making progress there.
He stood on TV pretending what's happening is not happening.
He still isn't taking it seriously. He still has this silly grin.
If you had a plan for progress, my brother might still be alive.
I made a huge mistake because in November 2000, I voted for that man.
Win Back Respect is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Six days away from the election, both campaigns are in a sprint to the finish line. In this half hour, we're turning to our Battleground State Voter Focus Group to judge the effectiveness of some of the political ads that have been inundating voters all across the country.
Now, an anti-Bush ad about the future of the military.
The military will be an all-volunteer army.
George Bush claims that he won't reinstate the draft, but going it alone has taken a heavy toll. And with America's troops stretched to the limit, and Army recruiters unable to meet their quotas. How would George Bush get the troops he needs to fix the mess in Iraq? And where will he find the troops if America faces a more immediate threat? George Bush and the draft. What is his plan? Win Back Respect is responsible for the content of this advertisement.
Even earlier than his supporters, the undecided move toward Kerry.
Tonight, even though President Bush has said there will be no draft should he be reelected, the left-wing bomb throwers are still pounding the issue. So you listen to the ad. What do you think?
The question is there any possibility that because we're working the Army so hard in Iraq and Mr. Bush has resisted any expansion of the Army, that we could have a draft because we have no other choice?
It would be like, read my lips, no new taxes, and then we have new taxes.
My son-in-law, Ted Hennessy, was on Flight 11, and that was the first one to hit the World Trade Center. There was a tremendous amount of sympathy for America and for what we'd suffered. George Bush, frankly, has squandered it. I think our friends and allies would be willing to help us in the war on terror, but we've been pushing them away. I voted for George Bush. I don't think I'm going to vote for him again because I don't think he's the man to heal these relationships.